Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nenna, and today we're back with another episode of the Not So Very Challenge. Hi guys, long time no see. I do apologize. I had a bug, and when I say one, I think I had four, and my game would do nothing but crash, and I genuinely could not figure out what it was. And why is there pizza boy outside crying? Either you bring in the pizza or you go home, sir. We don't need this extra negativity on this channel. I ended up having to do a deep clean of my folder, organize it, and plop things in and out. You don't even believe how many bugs I had, okay, or errors or whatever it was. I click on the mirror, game would crash. I would save the game, game would crash. Change outfit, game would crash. Change hair, game would crash. Use the computer, game would crash. I was just like, what the heck? And then sometimes I would be playing and the game would crash and this pizza boy stuck, his name. Just as I was saying that I fixed my game, the pizza boy decides to bug out on the lot because yes, you sir, I'm talking about you. You guys might also you can tell that the game looks a little different. I am in the middle of again redoing the whole house. I just got really bored and decided that enough is enough and I'm going to do some gameplay. So there's luxury long like always, and I'm super excited and happy to be back on this channel and to be continuing the Not So Berry challenge. There's so many things I still want to do in the storyline. Like I said, I didn't have the time and I was also on vacation for 3 weeks, and then I took like 2 weeks off because I needed to kind of adjust. So yes, it's been quite a few days, but yeah, I'm happy and excited, and I hope you guys are still interested in the game. And my couch is eating itself. Who said television never taught anything? Trevor's earned a cooking skill. Well, my boy doesn't really need one. You guys might be wondering like what's good, what's new in Rosie's life. Honestly, not much. No, you don't get to kiss her. You are going to the bathroom, and then I want you to go back into your man cave. I don't think Rosie really wants to talk to you right now. Our Rosie has been really struggling. She's been unable to figure out whether she's unhappy because she's, not doing enough to make herself happy, or this whole living situation with Trevor and the relationship is just so chaotic that she just cannot really enjoy herself. Her and Trevor are in an open relationship, and this is the only way that Rosie agreed to be in a relationship with him, and it was a way for Trevor to, I guess, control Rosie. He wants to do a gaming something, so why don't we have him sit on Rosie's computer and do like a gaming something. I don't think there's a competition, is there? It doesn't look like there is a competition, but why don't we just have him play some games on Rose's computer? Because why not? He doesn't care about boundaries anyway. This open relationship is a way to have Rosie as his girlfriend and to have some sort of power over her, but to also make Rosie believe that, she's able to do what she wants, even though she really isn't. She's still not really attracted to Trevor, but I think he's changed to be a pleasant person, a pleasant-ish person to be around. She's kind of like okay with how he is because he's being nice and because he's allowed her to be more of herself. It's been nicer having him around, kind of why she puts up with him. This open relationship has kind of changed things for her. She feels like she's kind of keeping Trevor in line by making him believe that she really wants this relationship, which she doesn't, and all she has to do is really make him believe that she still gets to go out and to have woohoos with a bunch of people. And I don't remember how many lovers she needs to have. We have quite a few, so we're just gonna have to continue that, and that's exactly what she does. I wanted to eat my pizza, but I guess he's just gonna stand there forever and not actually get me. Can you stop doing that? I just bought this chair, thank you very much. Hello, I just made this house. Well, I didn't make the house. I just bought new furniture and you want to be rude and destroy my lovely diner. Let's get some these grilled cheese sandwiches. I think these are still from when Julia was here. And yeah, I don't have a table yet, so we just stand in the kitchen and enjoy yourself. We're gonna get her a job. I thought it was like a debate something. Oh god, journalism perhaps? I really don't remember. It's been so long. I'm gonna put her in law. Sorry, there's still a mod kind of being annoying, as you guys just saw. I should really look it up, but I'm gonna change it eventually. Let's just say for now it's law. I think it was the law. Was it? Yeah, I think it's the law. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it is. I'm sorry if that's also annoying. Like I said, I'll have to do a little bit more of this switching and changing and whatever. Also, I want her to drink the elixir of life. I know that she has 13 days days left, but I want her to be around the same age as Trevor. So gonna give her a few more years before she has his baby and whatever. Don't want to be too old. Luckily, it was successful. So now she should be about 16 days. And let's just get her out the bed. We're not tired enough. What's been really on her mind is the fact that Trevor says that he's very like open to the idea of having an open relationship. But when it comes down to it, he really makes her feel like he doesn't actually like agree with her choices. You know, when someone says, oh, go ahead, do this, but then when you've done the thing, they'll be like, oh, you just did this, huh? Like they make you feel like whatever you agreed on was not actually what you agreed on. You try to do whatever you want to please these people. In the end, it's never good enough. It's one of the things that makes Rosie feel the way that she feels. Also, let me just check when we have work. Oh, at 10. Okay, so we gotta make sure we're in bed on a timely time. She has been feeling quite bad lately, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. She's just feeling really nauseous, and she has headaches quite often, and I am really not sure if there's anything really going on, or you know, there is something else going on. I don't know if it's stress, I don't know if she's sick, I don't know if she's pregnant. Like, I surely hope not right now. But she's feeling really bad, and she's been having these reoccurring nightmares about Trevor, and just being in this situation and coming home, and she envisions Trevor to be like this monster. You know, when she comes home at night, she turns on the light after a date with another one of her boyfriends, and he's just sitting there on the chair waiting for her, and she feels like she's going to get scolded. He's just waiting, you know, waiting to tell her what she did wrong today, waiting to just be rough with her and to make her feel like she's done the unforgivable. Oh, I forgot how cute the cats are. Oh, they're so cute. I really want them to have kittens one of these days because they're like so cute. They're definitely walking on eggshells around each other, or at least Rosie is. Trevor, for some reason, and it's always been like this, he's always had this control over Rosie. We are going to order some food. I don't think he ever cooks, and all he likes to eat is pizza. So we're gonna order some more pizza, because who doesn't like to eat pizza at 7 a.m? He also wants to play games and just, you know, do things that he normally does. So what would we get some Chinese food instead, you know, something different. Last night, Trevor caught Rosie coming home late after a date, and he surely wasn't too pleased about that. And he has told, you know, Rosie that she can do whatever he wants. That's really not the case. He just says that, like I said, to make sure that he can control her. But he does not believe in free will, and he is still waiting to, you know, marry her and to have kids with her, and he doesn't believe that anyone else but him deserves her. He keeps an eye on her, he tracks her phone, he makes sure that whatever happens, he knows about it. And he honestly believes that Rosie has no idea and that she's just willingly letting him control her life. But I think she is up to speed on that. I think she knows something's going on, which is why she feels a bit stressed, and she's just not overall happy with the situation. But at the same time, you know, Trevor has a way of making it sound like you're crazy. You know, he'll say one thing and then you repeat what he says, and he just says, I didn't say that. That's how you think, you know, that's what you say. Even though those words came out of his mouth in that way, but he will never agree to that. He'll twist your words, make you feel like you're going absolutely insane, and it's really hard to believe yourself, or just anyone for that matter. Like, how can you trust your own words when somebody constantly says that you didn't say that? And then how can you trust another person's words when they constantly tell you they didn't say that either? Not to mention that there's something else that's been going on that's making Rosie feel a little unsure. Whenever she gets back home or something happens, Trevor ends up really yelling at her and making her feel uncomfortable. And last night when she came home, he grabbed her by the arm and really put some pressure, and it left a bruise, and it really hurt, and she confronted Trevor with it, and he promised to never touch her again and it would never hurt her. But this morning, before before, you know, they woke up, when he was in bed, he kind of grabbed her again and held her close to his face, and he said that tonight she's not going anywhere with anybody because they need to spend some time together. And she had a date planned for today. After school, after work, she wanted to go on a date with somebody else. But because, oh, that looks wonderful on her. But because of Trevor's quite odd way of just keeping her close and holding her tight, almost as if he says, "You're not leaving until you agree with me," she felt compelled to stay home. Trevor is just, oh my god, if I can tell you like one thing about him that I hate the most, is that he can get whatever he wants. Trevor is definitely on the brink of being quite a abusive person, abusive boyfriend. I didn't want to quite, you know, jump in and say that he is abusive from the start because I didn't want to spoil everything to you guys, and sometimes I like for things to be kind of open to your own interpretation. But he is an abusive person. He's always been. The way that he's been controlling and sneaky, and you know when people say that it's not controlling, but then they'll do everything in their power to make sure that they get exactly what they want from you? Yeah, that is controlling. You know, I know people that will control anything I say, or will try to control the situation, and then I tell them, you know, what you're doing is controlling, and they'll be like, no, it's not, I'm just helping. You know, Trevor just keeps saying that he's just helping, and he knows what's good for Rosie. I love how cats are just coming inside and outside. No, wait, hold up. Trevor doesn't cook, doesn't clean, and doesn't really add anything. He's just, I wonder what he thinks when he sits here. You know, I genuinely think he's probably wondering like how else he can control Rosie. He's been thinking of, actually, you know what? I think we're just going to do it. He's been thinking about quitting his job. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to make him quit his job. Oh, Rosie's back home. Weren't you going to work? It's so strange. Maybe she had double thoughts. Maybe she had doubts, not double thoughts. Hello, my name is Rosie and I have double thoughts. Going to have this guy quit his job, so I am going to do that. What is his lifetime wish again? Oh, he wants to have 3 children. I really don't care about you in that sense. I hope you eventually go away and I never have to play with you again because you're horrible. But we're gonna quit his job to really further in on this abuse, a story that I know I have so much to say, but I also believe that he would be emotionally abusive and physically abusive, but also abusive in a way like now he has quit his job, and obviously I was in the middle of renovating, but let's say Trevor wanted to like make over the house again. Like Trevor wanted to be more I don't know. We'll blame it on Trevor because why not? Let's blame it on Trevor. Trevor wanted new decorations, but he had no money, so he made Rosie use her money. All right, so he uses Rosie's money, and then we have some money left. Obviously, I still need to do the rest of the house, but still we have some money left. And we also have 2 of these genie lamps that they're here. So hold up. Oh, they're there. I forgot. What I'm gonna do is I am going to have Trevor take one of her lamps now that she's out for work. Usually he doesn't have much time at home because he works, but since he quit his job, he is planning on relying on Rosie's income to kind of just, well, basically he's going to stay home and never go back to work. And instead of being a good boy, we're going to have him steal Rosie's lamps, and we're going to get some money. And that money is, oh god, he's in the plans. I would see him as the type to literally suck Rosie dry, even if he wants her and that's his main goal. What if things don't work out? I think he would want to take everything that she has just in case. Or what if, there's so many things that he could do. Like, I see him as the type to take her money and then make it so that she has to rely on him. Oh, Rosie, you have a job, whatever, but our bills are so and so much. I know you don't have any money. You'll be kicked out. Oh no, what will we do? Well, I have some money. Well, I guess I can loan you some of my money, but then you have to do so and so. You know, I can see him doing it like that and like genuinely blackmailing her. Or I can see him just slowly like taking everything from her and like have a nice house for the time that he's there, have everything being paid by Rosie, have her even sell the business in any case if right? If worse comes to worse, we're gonna deposit about 40,000, And then when Rosie asks about it, like, where's my money, Trevor, we'll just say that Trevor has, I don't know, paid some really expensive bills. Okay, the bills that need to be paid. We got an unexpected electricity bill. It makes no sense, but yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna go with. And the store we're gonna go with. Why do we put the Chinese food all the way here, by the way? Makes no sense. And like I said, the other option is, sorry, I had to sneeze. The other option is that he's going to suck her dry until she has no more money to give, and then if she ends up not wanting him or even just have this open relationship, at least he took all of her money and he can just move on and live a lavish life. Rosie doesn't necessarily have the best paying job, but she does have a lot of things that she can sell, like the business, and she has her house and the furniture and her job, and she had these lambs. Her mother is like rich, so he also has the hope that if Rosie has a shortcom of money, she'll ask her mother will give her some money, and then he can add more money to his collection. I don't know which road I'm gonna go yet. It can go many different ways, but I am 100% sure that it's gonna be either of the two. Either way, he's gonna fill his pockets. And what if he also controls her finances? Like, what if he says, okay, everything that you earn, you have to give to me, and I'll take care of everything? I don't know. Would she even allow that? That's the question. There's so many things that I would like to do, or at least attempt to do in a storyline that I think, but would she really let him? Would she? I don't know. Rosie has come back from work, and I was wrong. It wasn't the law career, it was the politics career. I knew it was something with talking, but I couldn't figure out what career that was. Honestly, I should go into politics career. I'm not a good liar, but I can do a mean talk if I have to. For some reason, I'm out of breath. Like, this is so exciting. I'm so out of breath though. I was thinking, like, okay, I want to develop Rosie's personality some more, but I also want it to make sense. Like, I love it when my storylines make sense. So I was trying to figure out what Rosie would do with the circumstance. Like, I'm having her practice her speech right now because I feel like since she's doing the politics career and she's really serious about this new career that she started, she's never really been a career type of woman. I don't think she's ever been like, yes, I'm going to work super hard for my money. Whether she has a change of mind because money is running out and she doesn't really know where it's going, and of course Trevor had nothing to do with that. She feels like she's just running out of options, and perhaps having a job or getting a job in a career in a field that she's somewhat passionate about wouldn't really be the worst. And she's tried, being with her mother wants her, being a businesswoman, but even though she has the store, she's not really there. She doesn't really care for it very much, and I think she just doesn't really care for the whole thing. Not for the store, the business, not for running a business, not for being a business owner. I think she is very grateful at this point that she has it, but she just doesn't really like having it, so she really does put the bare minimum in it, and she is considering selling it, but for now she's not willing to do that quite yet because she's really not sure if it's just, she has to try harder or she just really doesn't feel like it. But she doesn't put much effort in it, but she does still make some money from it, and she does have Brittany kind of taking care of things when she's not there. So even if they don't really look eye to eye, or they see eye to eye and they're like not really, to be like vibing really well together, I think Brittany still misses Pepper. I think for now she's willing to just continue giving it a shot, and perhaps she'll grow to love it more. She does grow to appreciate what her mother has done more because she knows and finds it like really difficult. So she understands like, okay, wow, my mother really is a businesswoman. Like the just how she does this is just unreal. And then once she's done with practicing her speech, we're gonna have her come. Oh no, not eat that. We're gonna have her do a round through the house and clean up because Trevor has left everything disgusting, and as per usual, the guy does not clean up after himself. He fully expects Rosie to do this, and I think Rosie has just given up on trying to either make him understand or just force him to help out. He just doesn't really want to, doesn't see the need to, and he's just so focused on gaming and playing his games. This guy is just so immature. He still is, never grew up. And going back to Rosie for a second, for probably a very long second, okay? She, like I said, was never really into the whole, I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna work hard, because she just didn't really have that drive. But now that she's getting a little older, she's like, okay, you know what, maybe I should give it a try. And especially after Julie wrote her those books, and she kind of complimented Rosie and said, you know what, Rosie, you're really good at talking. I think you could be really, really well with your words, and you have the looks. I think people would love to look at you and listen to what you have to say. So I wonder if she's also wearing her bikini because she's like, Trevor, look at me, look at my body, look at me, huh? Look what you're missing out on. oh crap! I forgot that Trevor took out a loan in her name, or she. Oh my god, that's true. I totally forgot. I think okay, now it makes sense why she's running low on money and why she's like, okay, I really need a job. Like this is just not cutting. So when Rosie eventually finds out that Trevor doesn't have his job anymore, I think she's going to be really, really, really upset. I think she'll be like, Trevor, what the heck? Why? Trevor really doesn't really lend a hand or a finger, or he lifts a finger. He doesn't lift anything besides his little tiny flapper. He ended up getting a career in the politics, and I think this is honestly perfect for her because she does really well with talking, and she loves the idea of speaking and having somebody listen to her, which I don't think she feels very heard in her everyday life. And I think she has so much she would love to be able to convey, but the thing is, I don't think she'll get much of a chance at first. Well, it's not like when you just start out and doing politics, you get the chance to talk about what you want. You really just have to, share, you do what your boss wants you to do, or kind of assignments you have. I don't think you really get to pick at this stage, and maybe eventually she will get some opportunities, but right now she really doesn't. I guess it's just how the stages of work go. It's nothing unusual, but I feel a bit bad for her that she's just dying to speak out and get started on doing something she's kind of passionate about, or starting to get really passionate about, and then she still has to wait to put in more effort. But the fact that she took this step and that she's going for a career, and trying to make something out of her life in this situation, I'm just really all in for. And also just want to, I know I'm always all over the place, but I want to talk about this color combination. So I've been really thinking about like what colors do really work with red. And I think this is the best I can tolerate. Okay, so going with a bit of a gray muted theme, bit of I would say this like gray, beige gray. And I feel like this goes really well with black and white, and having it with pops of red really works nicely if you ask me. This chair, I mean, I would love for all the shades of red to be the same, but that's just me. But I really love this, the red accents, and I love this tile, for example, because it is red with the gray. It just perfect. So before I have Rosie go to bed, not Rosie go to bed, Trevor go to bed, because Trevor has been up all night playing games and his schedule's just all over the place ever since he quit. I think what he has to do is to confess to Rosie that, one, we really need more money, so she really has to work hard, and two, that he quit his job. He also has a little something to say about something that she's been doing, which he doesn't really like. I think what he wants to do first is just literally confess to her that he doesn't have a job anymore, so Rosie has to work hard. It's not even like he's saying, hey babe, I stopped work. It's more like, Rosie, you need to work harder because I quit my job, so you have to work for the both of us. So it's not even like he's saying, oh babe, listen. It's more like a command, like, okay, this is how we're gonna plan. So I want him to go, and he's actually going to annoy her for some reason. He really wants to annoy her, so let's just do that. And basically to say, Rosie, this house is a mess and I really need you to step it up. Like, we just cannot go on like this. And I think Rosie's a little bit upset as well, and her relationship really wasn't the best, so she's gonna go and kind of like lay out her heart on the table and just tell him everything that she's been holding back for the past weeks. Like, you're really lazy and I would love for you to pick up after yourself, and like, we're running this household together. Like, please, you really need to step things up, and I expect more from you. Like, I really do have some sort of love for you, but you really need to just try harder for me. He's like, well, you need to try harder for the both of us, because I quit my job. And Rosie's just like, what do you mean you quit your job? And he says, yeah, I quit my job because I just didn't have enough time for all my hobbies, and since you have the store, your business, and this new career, I'm sure that you can provide for the both of us. And Rosie says, look, I don't think I can do this. I have all these bills. And Trevor says, you know what, Rosie, don't worry about it. Remember those old lamps you had? I sold them for some money, and thanks to me, I paid off our bills, huh? Thanks to me, I did that for the both of us. She is really upset because those were her lambs and he just shouldn't have touched them without her permission. He's like trying to smooth it over and says, "Oh, I didn't know. I'm so sorry, babe. I really didn't know. I just wanted to do you a favor." Rose is just really freaking upset, and this phone just keeps ringing, ringing, and ringing. He's just gonna go back to watching some more TV because what else is he going to do? Rosie's super, super, super upset. She's like, "I cannot believe this guy. He quit his job, and now I'm having to do twice as much work. I just wish he would grow up. I wish he would man up, I guess, and take care of himself, do more." I noticed that Rosie needs one more person for her 20 simultaneous lover lifetime wand. I'm gonna summon her through this because I don't have her number. I don't think, no, there's no phone in our house. I was like, we need one more, and I have been just thinking like, oh, what am I gonna do? I am worried that if I don't spend enough time and attention on this, we're gonna lose our loves, and it's going to be hard because I have to go back and make all them fall in love again. So it's a bit of a it's love that, right? It's a bit of in between, but I really I just feel like I have to do this right now. Like I just have to, mix this in the middle. So it seems a bit weird, but let's just say that she's trying to distract herself from Trevor, and everything he does just puts her off even more. So she's been dating and doing all this behind his back. I mean, technically it's not behind his back. Trevor, has made it very clear that he kind of wants her to stop dating, even though he was okay with it and they're having, to have an open relationship. He's basically been like, yeah, I just don't want this to be an open relationship anymore. Like, I don't want you to, meet any women anymore, any men. I don't want you to go out on dates. I don't want you to date anybody. I just think we should spend more time together. And it's just been confusing because, she only started dating Trevor because she wanted this, because, let me just take a quick picture. Boop. She wanted to, hold on, let me take another picture. I think it's oh, it looks so cute. I think it's F10. No, it was F11, not F12. But she's hello. Oh, there it is. I was like, where's the rest of the race read? So Rosie only agreed to have a relationship with him because she wanted this open relationship, because she needed this. I know it's like strange, like why would you be with a person, but sometimes you just, I don't know, you just get yourself in a situation, you can't get yourself out, and I feel like that's just kind of like how this has, grown. I don't know, like it's just, you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. You guys have seen the other episodes, you know how it is. Now this should be our last one. Well, actually, hold up. Shouldn't she already be in love with us? I hope this is the last one. I thought it was the last one. Imagine it's not. Is she not in love with us? Oh, she must be in love with us. She is. Oh, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right. Wait. Oh, hold up. Love, love, love. So they're all love besides Trevor? Do I see this right? Not Trevor, Guy. I think we need to invite over Guy. I think oh, Trevor, go away. Trevor's like, Rosie, really, I literally just told you to stop inviting people over, and here you are doing this again. Like, why do you have to keep doing this? Trevor, please just stay out of my business. Alright, so we're gonna call over Guy, I guess. I love how Trevor is trying to, like, control the situation and just make her feel bad for not doing the right thing. I'm definitely coming, but the rest of my household may not come with me. So if we have him go away, can take him for a ride, I don't know, let's just say that he's had enough. Rosie, oh, poor Rosie, just spending her free day taking care of a gigantic baby, also cleaning up the house. Just imagine Trevor like, oh, Guy's here. Oof. Okay, well, let's just say that he's watching TV, okay? He has no idea what's going on. What if she ended up, calling Guy because she needed something, like someone to listen to her. She didn't really know who to call, and she was like hoping that maybe his brother could, I don't know, do something. Like maybe her brother was going to somehow fix the situation for her. Maybe he would haul Trevor off, I don't know, come and save her like her prince, because they do have some really strong feelings for another. Oh, Trevor, why are you making things awkward? Love, 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 love. Okay, hold up. Like, why? I'm trying. My math cannot be off that much. Oh, we really do. We need Irene. There's lots of things. Just, I'm gonna have to teleport Irene. I don't remember the last Irene. All right, Irene. Now I'm gonna tell. This is Like, this is genuinely just too much. Oh, okay. Oh, did we do it? Oh, we did it. Oh, that was so casual. Okay. Congratulations. Rosie has just fulfilled a lifetime bond. As a reward, Rosie will have platinum aspiration for the rest of her life. And now she wants to become a raw god. Okay. Well, guys, we have done it. And now I'm going to say goodbye to Irene. Oh my god, she is all up in her sass. She really is. Even though, oh my god, she can't really have him. This relationship is just, I'm worried about you, Rosie. I could imagine him saying something like that, like, I'm worried about you. And Rosie saying, oh, I wish we could just start all over. But I know that I've hurt you, like, in ways that which is really wrong. Like, there's chemistry between them and they just cannot stop touching each other, but she is just really worried and concerned and scared that she's going to hurt him again, so she can't really let herself go immediately and just like commit to a relationship, especially since this relationship with, you know, his brother is just so confusing. So more than this she really cannot do. She loves him, she cares for him, but she cannot like get herself to do, like I said, more than this. You know, Rosie has definitely picked up painting as a way of relaxing, but I don't, is there anything else we need to do? I think we don't. We just have to get married when we're an elder, but oh right, we do have to get a baby. I mean, I know I've been hinting at it for a while, like Rosie's been sick, but I really wonder if you guys know who she's pregnant with, because, well, first of all, is she pregnant? Like, who knows? Maybe she's really sick. No, she's probably pregnant. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe yes, maybe no. And second of all, if she is or were to have a baby, like, whose baby do you think it is? Is it Trevor's? Is it Guy's? I mean, is it one of the 20? Like, we've woohooed with so many people. How are we, you know, 100% sure that we know whose baby it is? You know what I mean? Like, it could be anyone's baby at this point. There's absolutely nothing in here that hints at a baby. Like, we've had so many woohoos. Like, look at this. Look how many we've had. Like, at this point, literally at this point, how are we certain whose baby it is? Trevor and Rosie just got into a really big fight after Guy left. See, he wasn't all too impressed with Rosie's choices to invite over his brother, and he is quite honestly just really tired and done with Rosie's actions. Like, he wants Rosie for herself. He feels like she needs to stop going out. She needs to take accountability for her actions. And quite honestly, he feels like she's making so many mistakes that he just, I guess, really wanted her to get taught a lesson. He didn't mean or intend to, you know, throw some literal punches, but in a moment of frustration, he ended up slapping Rosie in the face, and he ended up giving her a bloody nose, which just shocked her so much, because never ever has a man ever laid his fingers on her like that. And this is like the second or third time in this week alone that Trevor has really just, why is he cleaning up? Like, if you just clean inside the house, sir, like, that would be much more helpful than cleaning out the outside. But okay, you do you. This is like the third time something has happened this week, because the other day it was him grabbing her quite, you know, roughly by the shoulders. And then before that, it was, you know, that morning in the bed when he was trying to, you know, kind of like hold her down, like push her down, so that there was no way she couldn't like hear what he had to say. And now it's this, and he did say like, sorry, it's an accident. She still needed like some time to kind of, I don't know, just I guess just to be alone and think about things. And it's not like what he says doesn't have a point. Like, in a way, she does feel a little bad for him. Like, she did say that she was, you know, they were in an open relationship and she wanted to date other people than just him, but she hasn't really made any, I guess, moves towards him at all. And that's because she truly, like, she just isn't that interested in who he is. She just doesn't care for him like that, and she's much more interested in Guy. But the relationship with Guy is quite difficult at the moment because of what she's done, and like her actually being afraid of not being able to be loyal. And especially since she's been, you know, experimenting, and she had like 20 lovers, and now she struggles with the idea of, you know, having to, I don't know, please so many people at the same time. She's almost wanting to kind of, I don't know, not date for a while, and it makes things so complicated with Trevor, and she can't get Guy out of her mind and or out of her head, so to say. So I think instead of having 20 boyfriends now, she's more so focused on just a career perhaps, and trying to really just make the one relationship work. And since she has made somewhat of a commitment to Trevor, she's willing to give that a try. So I think for a while she will try and date Trevor, despite that he just smacked her in the face and gave her a bloody nose. But he did say sorry, so it's not like she doesn't believe him. It's never happened before, so I don't think she really feels like it was malicious, even though he did, kind of do that. Like, I don't know, if somebody punches me in the face, I'd be like, okay, I don't know about this relationship, but sounds like unless it's like a really intricate, like a deep meaningful relationship, like if Guy and her were together and he accidentally punched her, like I don't know if I would be able to, I don't know if I would be able to, like, let's say dump him right away, because I feel like he genuinely doesn't mean it and he's so sweet. But when I think about Trevor doing it, I'm like, I don't know, girl, this relationship is like so not stable, so you could just, I don't know, like dump him, like for real. But she did threaten, and that's kind of funny, like, well, not funny, I always say funny like it's funny, hilarious, haha. But before all of this went down, he did like, they were in a conversation, like an argument, about her going out, and she did kind of mention that I forgot what I was gonna say. Wow, it just slipped from my mind. Like, yeah, there was something that she wanted to bring up. How can I not remember what it was? Oh my god, I was just in. Oh no, I remember. I think it was Rosie just continuing the conversation from earlier and saying, like, Trevor, you really need to step it up, or else we cannot be living together. Like, it doesn't matter what's happened before. I just cannot afford, I just can't afford to work for the both of us and have a life, and I don't know, I'm just not enjoying myself. Like, she was just trying to be honest and put her feelings on the table, and not even just saying, like, I like your brother more than you. It's just like saying, Trevor, perhaps this is just not working. We've given it a shot, and I like you as a housemate, but if you're not going to add anything to the household, then perhaps it's best if you move out. And of course he didn't like that. He didn't like it at all, and he didn't say it out loud, but he was thinking, like, who the hell are you to tell me, like, this is not working, I need to move out? Like, why don't you fix this? Like, you're the one who's causing these problems. And like I said, he didn't just say that, but the whole idea of, like, being blamed and having to move out, it really did make him so frustrated that he ended up throwing a punch here. So I'm not exactly sure, like, does he look remorseful? Not really honestly, not really. Also, I really want some kittens. I really do. I want to keep the family line going, so I am going to bring their little cat house back. I just really want kittens. I know it's random, but if I think about something, like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. So for the sake of things, why just put it like right there? I could put it here, I guess. Let's put it right here. Wait a minute, I think they can't make kittens because they're siblings. Oh, I forgot about that. That's true, they are siblings. I guess I'm stupid. They're siblings. Of course they're not gonna go and, jeez. I need to bring another cat into the equation. That's true. Okay. I guess we're gonna need another kitty then. Do they like anyone? I don't know. So we're gonna need. I kind of like pomegranate, cherry. I think they're both. Are they female? No, we have a female and a male. Okay, so like I said, random, but oh, I know. What if Trevor ends up, buying a new cat because he's like, Rosie, I am so sorry. As a token for my my sorriness, a token for my sorriness. Why don't I get you this cat? Like, because I'm so sorry. I think I need to make another cat. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll make another cat and I'll add it to the family, because I just want, like, another chunky cat. So I'm gonna try and keep the bloodline alive by adding, like, plenty of chunkers. I just kind of want to see, like, what the both of them would have, like, I don't even think they would have a lot of kittens, and if they do have a lot of kittens, I'm thinking I can just keep the cute ones, keep the cute cats, and then perhaps we'll give like a cat to Pepper, and then we'll give a cat to maybe Julie or something if she wants one. Anyway, I'm just drifting off with cats, but yeah, I think this is all for this episode. I'm super excited because we finished our lifetime want, and now all I have to do is get to the top of her career, which I have a feeling is not going to be hard because look at all our points, and we have 26 friends, so I'm sure we'll be all right on that department as well. I think we need to max the charisma skill, which is also not going to be hard to do, and then of course we need to have a child, which it has to be only one, which I think that's going to be a tricky part because if she does end up pregnant and it's twins, I'm going to have to go, step in and get her pregnant again and see if this time it's a single child, because I don't really want to delete one of them. I know we really technically can only have one baby. Like, if you guys want, of course I can go ahead and keep both of them, but I think we'll all just agree that we can only have one, and we bend the rules so often. What I also really need to do, because I did give her some more time, like I think that's important, because without it we're not going to be really able to reach the top of her career. Also, I feel bad for Leroy. Like, I cannot take him for walks for some reason. It's bugged, and whatever I do, it's still bugged. Like, the dog is just everything that comes up the steps just won't ever leave. I don't know what it is. It's really annoying. Oh my god, the quality is just nice. Anyway, I just want to spend some time giving him some love, and I just cannot believe, like, oh, we've had him for so long. I still remember when we met him at Danielle's place. I really like him. He is 33 days old. They both have 5 days, so I really do want to get this, thing done quite fast if I can. But like make an animal and add it to the family. I guess I'll do it after this episode, and I'll leave it a surprise because I just really want to want to put some effort in there. I'm really curious as to how this relationship is going to continue. I'm not really sure what I want for Trevor. Like, I don't think he's the same that will accomplish much. I just don't. I don't know. I just envision him to just do nothing and just. He has so much money that he stole as well. Let me just show you guys. He has 60,000 in there right now, and Rosie is still paying off her her loan, so she has minus 16,000 right now, and Trevor used all of her money to so-called pay off the bill, so now she doesn't even have that to rely on. So she's literally just struggling so hard. I honestly feel so bad for her. Like, everything she's ever done to try and improve her life, like, it was only temporary, but it only improved temporarily, and then something else would happen again which would completely ruin it. And she's just, I don't know, she always tries so hard, but she's never had much luck in her life. She truly hasn't ever been super lucky. I feel so bad for our girl, but I think she's not, I don't think she's unhappy necessarily. I mean, maybe now with this bloody nose, she's feeling some sort of something, but I don't think she's that unhappy. I think it's, we need to give him a bath. Let me give him a bath. Let me wash Leroy. I feel bad. He's so smelly. I think sometimes people just don't ever have luck, or they just don't ever get out of a situation. Like, maybe they'll never have luck, maybe they'll never get better, and that's just reality for some people. Of course, you don't hope people have that kind of life, but for some people that's just how it is. They just aren't, like my mom always says, they're not born for luck, they're not born for money, they're just they just don't have that kind of luck. Anyway, that's way too deep if you ask me. I think I'm going to end this episode here, but if you have anything to add or see or note about this episode, feel free to let me know. But for now, I'm going to say thank you all so much for watching and for the patience of this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.